Hi, welcome back to my channel. This week I thought I would show you what we eat in a week for evening meals. Quite some time ago I said I would make this video and there's just been one thing or another happening. Christmas, birthdays, I don't know what, just life in general, and I haven't stuck to our menu, which I guess could be interesting to see what we eat on weeks when we don't stick to my weekly menu. But I wanted to show you what we eat when we do stick to the menu that I've devised. Our oldest boy Tommy is now 3. He was 3 a month and a half ago. He is beginning to get a little bit better with his food, but he has been extremely fussy. He wasn't as a young toddler or a baby, he wasn't fussy at all. As he's got older, got more aware, got kind of a bit of a personality and realised that he can say yes and no, he has got a lot more fussy. I do believe it's more of an age thing than anything else, and hopefully he will grow out of that, and as we keep introducing foods he will get used to them again. So what we did quite some time ago is, rather than changing what we eat every single week and devising a brand new menu, we stuck to the same menu every week so that he got used to what was on the menu and the same meals every week, and it seems to have worked. He is definitely a boy of habit. He likes to stick to routines. He doesn't like things that are out of the ordinary or out of our routine, something that he's not used to. He really doesn't like that. So I thought we'd stick to the same menu and see if it worked, got him used to eating the same meals, and it really has worked. Meals that he wouldn't touch, he eventually started eating. So I think I'm going to start changing up the menu and maybe change it, but I thought before I do that I would show you what we have been eating. It's not the best menu ever, it isn't full of vegetables, I wish it was, but vegetables is a big issue for him. He will only eat sweet corn and peas, and lately he has been refusing to eat those, but that's another issue. He was eating those, and that was something that I incorporated pretty much in every single meal. I'm not saying that I wouldn't include other vegetables, I would, but they were the vegetables that I definitely would include so that he would eat something. I know that's not the best for him, but I'm not going to get too stressed over it. I think that's the key, is not getting too stressed over it. He is eating some good food, he loves his fruit, and he eats that every single day, multiple pieces of fruit, so he is getting nutrition, so I'm not too concerned. And I think that if you get too concerned about it, get too stressed about it, that's when bigger issues can occur. So I have tried where possible not to stress too much about it, but I do want to put vegetables on his plate, and I want to encourage him to have at least a little bit of those vegetables before having any sort of treat after his dinner. So this is what we have been eating in the week. Our menu has recently changed because Tuesdays used to be Tommy's nursery day. He would eat at nursery and we would eat something different. We would often eat a stir fry. That no longer happens. Tommy is now going to preschool every day and doesn't get any meals there, so he's eating at home every day now. So I will have to change what we eat on a Tuesday, but the rest of it I will try and stick to what is on our menu. So if you're interested to see what we eat this week, please keep watching. Apologies for the noise in the background. Kids are making a noise and I can't wait till they stop before getting on with dinner. What's that?
I will keep you back.
In a minute, okay? So tonight's dinner is a favourite in our house, always goes down a treat, and it's toad in the hole. If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's basically sausages in Yorkshire pudding. So we're having that with mashed potato, carrots, because we had carrots in. I'm going to see if Tommy will eat any. He had some yesterday, which was amazing because he will not touch carrots, even though he obviously likes them, because he never gags or complains about it. If I actually manage to get him to eat any, he just refuses to eat them. And I probably will do either peas or corn. I'll ask him what he wants. That's been working really well, asking him, do you want peas or corn? Because he stopped eating peas and corn as well. So by giving him the choice, he has been eating it. I might actually start asking him if he wants broccoli and carrots and see which he chooses and see if that works. Anyway, I'm just about to put the Yorkshire pudding batter onto the sausages into the little dishes, so I thought I'd show you that part before pulling them out. So this is how they're looking. I do individual portions. I find this works really well. I used to make one big one and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and then I would get the portion sizes wrong. This just works so much better. So obviously the little ones for the boys, and Keith and I have got the bigger ones. These dishes were from the pound shop, and these ones I think came with a pie, like a pre-made pie. So yeah, so that's going to be put in the oven now, and should take about 20 minutes. I've got to put the potatoes on and the carrots as well. I'm just going to show you what the toad holes are looking like now, because I think they're pretty much finished. Whoa, it's steamed up. They're looking pretty good, but I find that if I take them out of the oven too quickly, they collapse. So I'm going to leave them in the oven on a lowish heat, because the potatoes and carrots are still cooking. So that's what the dinner turned out like. I've got mashed potato, carrots, sweet corn, and that's my toad in the hole. It actually hasn't dropped too much, which is good. I'm looking forward to eating that. And I also have some beef gravy that I will put on it as well. So the boys have already eaten today. I decided to let them eat first, and then I would eat with Keith. And Keith's just upstairs getting changed out of his work gear. We're having a bit of a cheat day today for dinner. As I mentioned, I think yesterday or maybe the day before, it's morning on Tuesday. It's not more than 2 days this week so far. Anyway, as I mentioned yesterday, Tuesdays were Tommy's nursery day. He would eat in nursery, and Keith and I would just have a stir fry, but that no longer happens. Tommy's now in preschool, so he eats with us on a Tuesday. So I'm not going to do a stir fry for him because he just wouldn't eat it. Like, I want him to eat more vegetables, but I think I'm pushing my luck with that one. So decided to have a bit of an easy day, and we're having these jacket potatoes. We're keeping them in the freezer. They are more expensive getting them like this, but they're so convenient. I just have to take one out, pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and it's done. So we're going to have that with, got some grated cheese, and the pushchairs in the kitchen at the moment. This coronation chicken and chicken tikka. I wouldn't normally get these either, but I fancied a little treat, so I've got those. And there is some beans here left over from what the boys had. Keith might have that. I think I'm going to stick with cheese and one or both of those, a little bit of that. And that's jacket potatoes. They're ready, they're hot. So I'm going to slice those up, put a bit of salt on and some topping. So for any noise in the background, Tommy's watching TV and Fraser's in his high chair waiting for his food. Tonight we've got mushroom risotto. There are mushrooms in there, but they are chopped really, really, really small. I have shared this in a video before. I'm not sure which one, but I will try and find it and link it for you. I don't normally chop my mushrooms so small, but Tommy won't eat it otherwise. So for him, I chop them small. I've also got a grated carrot in there and some peas, as you can see. I sometimes put a grated courgette in, but I forgot to buy one at the shop, so we didn't have any in. So hopefully he will eat it tonight. Every single time I make this, he tells me he doesn't like it, but moments later he starts eating it. So hopefully tonight is another night when he does actually eat it, because it's got vegetables in this meal, so it's a good one for him to eat. I'm also going to put some cheese on top. Oh, there's not a lot left in there. I'll have to grate a bit more, and we'll have some cheese on top as well. So I was going to show you today's dinner before I'd cooked it in the oven, but today just got away with me. But it was actually prepared at 8:15 this morning, like just as I was about to do the school run. I'd actually already prepared it, and it's just been sat waiting for me to put it in the oven. So this was a fairly easy meal to make. It's one that we make quite regularly because the boys love it, and I always have everything in the house, and it's tuna pasta. I'll show you everything that goes into it. So obviously I use pasta. I also put in a tin of chicken soup. This is just cream of chicken soup. You can use mushroom soup. I put in a tin of tuna chunks, and I use frozen sweet corn, but you can also use tinned sweet corn. I just use frozen because I just put in exactly how much I want rather than having to put a whole tin in. And then I put grated cheese on top. So I cook my pasta, then I mix the pasta with the soup, the tuna and sweet corn, sprinkle cheese on top, grated cheese on top, and then I'll leave it until it's time to put in the oven. And it takes about 30 minutes on gas mark 5, and it's not the most nutritious meal. I guess it's not my favourite meal, but the boys love it. It's so easy, and I always have everything there ready to go. So if I can't think of anything to make, I can make tuna pasta. So this is what it's looking like. I do apologise that the lighting is awful, but it is winter and it's dark by about 3:30. So this is mine and this is some leftovers, and so Keith's going to have some of this, and I'm going to do it with some bread, and this is homemade bread that we made in our bread maker. So yeah, that's what we're having tonight for dinner. Please excuse how I'm looking. A little bit tired today and hair needs washing. Anyway, it's Friday night, which means pizza night. We have been doing pizza for quite some time now. We started doing Tortilla pizzas, as they're called. Tommy will not touch pizza, or at least he wouldn't touch pizza, which is quite unusual for a child. Normally children love pizza, but he wouldn't touch it. Oh really? And not that pizza is a particularly healthy. 1 minute, Tommy, 1 minute. Sorry about that, Tommy. Oh, you can see him in the background there, I think. Can you see him? No, you can't. He's on the potty. So not that pizza is particularly healthy, but I want Tommy to start eating things that are maybe a little bit different. If I can encourage him to eat something that he won't eat, maybe he'll eat something else that's a bit healthier. That's my thinking behind it. Anyway, there's no real harm in them having pizza and having a nice little treat on a Friday night. So we've been doing pizza for quite a while. I started doing the tortilla wrap pizzas, as I said, and Tommy would help me make them, and that's really encouraged him to eat it. So he's gone from not touching pizza at all to loving it. We now make our own pizza in our bread maker. We make the dough in the bread maker, and I make my own pizza. Just a minute. And he eats that as well. So it's amazing that he's gone from not wanting to touch it at all to loving it. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to go put him down because it's really heavy. Not sure what I said or didn't say there. I apologise. That was interrupted by both kids. I'm going to show you Tommy's. First, he's already got his food because he was getting really fussy. So this is what Tommy's looks like. Excuse the mess. I'm still making dinner. There's still flour on the bench from doing that's our dough for our pizza. So this is the Tortilla Pizza, some homemade chips and some sweet corn. These are the wraps that we've used for the boys. This is the first time I bought them. We have had them already and they liked them, so that was good. They're carrot flavoured, and I think that they do have actual carrot in them. It says that they're whole grain. Let's see, it says no artificial colours or flavours and low in sugar. So we make the pizza on these and they like that, so thought we'd give them a try. Tommy saw them because of Olaf and wanted to get them. So the boys are going to have their dinner now. I'm going to finish making Keith and my dinner. I've already made the pizza. Don't even know where it is now. Put it somewhere in the kitchen. Oh, it's behind me. It's up there. And I'm going to make a garlic bread as well. Normally I would just make one type of pizza, but I thought I'd make both today because we didn't have any other wraps in other than these carrot ones, and I prefer to have a proper pizza. So we're having proper pizza. I'm going to make a garlic bread, so we'll share one pizza and we'll share a garlic bread, and if I've made the garlic bread in time, the boys can have some of that as well. So that's what we're having for tonight, and I will show you what ours looks like once it comes out of the oven. I forgot to say what was on the pizza. We've got ham and pineapple. The pineapple was a fresh pineapple that I just chopped up today. So that, Tommy loves both ham and pineapple, which is why we've chosen this topping for him. That's how our pizza has turned out. We've also got sweet corn and yellow pepper on our pizza, and that's the garlic bread and some chips. They're homemade chips. They've still got the skin on because I'm too lazy to peel the potatoes to do chips. So yeah, hopefully it tastes good. I'm not sure that we're going to eat all that garlic bread. That's quite a lot. Hi, it's now Sunday evening. I didn't film anything last night because we ended up going to a little party and had food there, so I didn't film what we ate because we weren't cooking at home. We were going to have Chinese. The boys had chicken nuggets and waffles. So on a Saturday evening, we tend to give the boys like a freezer meal, something that they will enjoy, and then we switch between Chinese, Indian and Mexican, all homemade. Mostly Cinnamon World friendly, but I don't think the Mexican is. No, Mexican's got lots of cheese. Probably not. But that's what we would normally do on a Saturday evening. But obviously we were out, so we weren't able to do that last night. But we're having Chinese tonight because I bought like bean sprouts in and they had to be used. We were going to do like a slow cooker meal tonight, or some kind of meat and veg. Sometimes we do it in the slow cooker so that we don't have to prepare it during the day, and we can sometimes go for a walk on a Sunday. Obviously we've not done that. The boys are in bed. They had a freezer meal again tonight. I know it's really bad, but they weren't going to eat the Chinese, and we just want to enjoy it, just the two of us. So they've had their dinner, they're in bed. I think Fraser's just settling now and I'm finishing dinner, so I'll show you what it's looking like at the moment. So it's all nearly ready. In here we've got like a vegetable chow mein. That was going to be chicken chow mein, but I decided to do a sweet and sour, so we've got the chicken cooking over here. This is far more food than we're going to eat tonight, so there will be leftovers tomorrow. Got noodles here, they're going to go into the chow mein. And so in the chicken we've got peppers and pineapple and onion as well. And I'm just being lazy, I'm going to add this jar to it. I can make my own. I think I have made it before, a Slimming World recipe, but I'm not doing that tonight. This one is a Slimming World recipe, so I will link, if I can find it, the recipe to the chow mein below, because it is really nice. And then over here, Posh is still there, we have some rice in there which is just finished. Oh, it's really steaming. Hopefully that's ready, and I think apart from the sauce on the chicken, it's all ready. I've turned the front off. Maybe I didn't need to do that. I'm just gonna switch that back on a second, and it's nearly ready. So I'll show you what it's looking like when it's on our plate. So that's what it's turned out like. It looks really yummy. He's very excited to eat it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got loads left over, so we'll have plenty of leftovers for dinner tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too like noisy around dinner time. I realised as we got through the week that actually this was really difficult to film with two boys on my own at meal times. Not the easiest time of day, but I hope it's been like useful to someone. We're probably going to change our menu out soon just to try some new meals, because we know that Tommy can eat a lot of these meals now. So we'll obviously add those to the list and we'll try some new ones with him. And I think we're going to try and do Slimming World again. We did do it after I had Tommy and I lost loads of weight, and we've just kind of put it off this time. But I definitely need to shift a little bit of baby weight, and Keith needs to shift some of his baby weight as well. He always puts on as much weight as I do when I'm pregnant. Anyway, that's another video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you have, and if you're new here, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.